Gotta hydrate, my friends. Hey guys, my name is Kelly. Today I am so excited to be bringing you another thrift haul. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these, and I love watching thrift hauls because I think it's inspiring to see what other people find at the thrift store as well as what kind of deals that they get, and it kind of like relights that spark for thrifting especially if you've had a lot of thrift trips where you haven't found anything. So I just want to preface this by saying this is a collective thrift haul from all of 2020 since stores have reopened from lockdown, and I've been to the thrift store at least 4 times and not found a single thing since then. So this is very collective. Most of the times I've left the thrift store with only 1 or 2 items. I think one time I bought 3 items, but that's been it. So I've been to the thrift store quite a few times. I was moving out of my apartment and had to go donate stuff a bajillion times, and so I always peeked in. Yeah. It's very collective, so we're just going to go with that. I'm going to jump right into it, show you the clothing first, and then I'm going to move on to the home decor. So the first 2 things I thrifted were denim, and I actually got these back in Kansas before I came to Tennessee. I got both pairs of these jeans at my local Goodwill, which never happens. I never find vintage denim at my local Goodwill. So this was super exciting. They were each about $10, I think. I think that's what Goodwill has raised their denim price to. And I think that's a pretty good deal for vintage jeans. I'm not complaining. So these jeans are really awesome forest green jeans. They're from the brand Xena Jeans, and I love the detailing on them. I like that they have some interesting seam lines. They have these slanted coin pockets. One of them is a faux pocket because you don't normally do a coin pocket on both sides of jeans, but this one is still like there's a matching seam line to go with that pocket, and then it has this cool like double fly detail where the secondary flap overlaps so the button's at an angle, which I think is cool. I love these jeans, but I do think they're a little bit baggier in the legs than I would normally go for, so I'm trying to decide if I'm going to cut them into shorts or not, and if I did, I would be turning the excess fabric into a matching top. You let me know what you think. If you think I'm crazy, if you're like, no, you need to leave those jeans whole, let me know. I might do it regardless of your advice, but I would love to hear your input and know like if you have any ideas, because you may have a better idea than I have, so let me know. The next pair of jeans that I bought, I've already cut into shorts because these ones were super baggy, and they're also a lighter weight denim. So I'm going to show them to you, and then I'll talk about that a little bit. They look like this. I normally wear them cuffed, and they're from Riders. I love vintage jeans because it just totally changes your concept of sizing. So these ones are a 9. These ones are like 12, I think. So check all the racks. That's my advice. That was a little tangent. I don't know why my brain went there, but just check all the racks. Just do it. So these ones, they look like this in the front, like I showed, and then they have a little buckle on the back, which I actually love because I like the look of these without a belt, as well as with a belt, and I'm generally lean towards belts, so it's weird that I just all of a sudden liked these without a belt, but I also like that they have that buckle because they're slightly loose on me, like comfortable loose, so I love that these are a lightweight denim because they, are more comfortable than your traditional vintage non-stretch rigid denim. You guys know, sitting in vintage jeans all day long is not always the most fun thing, but these shorts have been the best. I've worn them so many times this summer, and they're really comfortable. Normally when I get home for the day, I'm like in sweatpants immediately, but when I'm wearing these shorts, I don't do that, and that shows how great they are, I think. Okay, that's all I have to say about the shorts. The next thing I thrifted is this awesome sweater tank. This was $6. And one tip I have, if you have trouble with straps on tank tops being way too long, sometimes petite items have shorter straps too, which was my discovery with this tank top, I think, unless it has nothing to do with the fact that it's a petite item. But I'm just going to go ahead and believe that because straps on tank tops are always way too long for me, and I don't normally buy to petite things because my limbs are weirdly long for my height. Like my arms and legs are just way longer than they should be. And so normally petite stuff is way too short on me, but this was great. This fits. I don't have to worry about my top falling down all the time. It's 100% cotton, so it's super breathable, even though it's a sweater tank. I've worn it on like 90 plus degree days, and it's been awesome. This dress is old Target. It's Exhilaration, and for some reason I like have this pet peeve about certain brands where I don't want to buy them at the thrift store, even though they're fine. Not that there's anything wrong with it, and they make really cute stuff. Like, they've made some cute stuff. But for some reason, I'm really opposed to buying it normally. But I bought this one. So this is what the dress looks like. I really like it. Not a giant fan of these straps on the back. But they're on the back. They're not on the front. So I'm not totally opposed to them. And I like this dress. I like the material it's made out of. It's, I believe, just rayon material with cotton trim, which is great. That's one reason I stay away from this brand a lot of the time, is because they have a lot of stuff that's polyester. But I like it. It's just very purple, and I can't decide if it's me or not. So, like, I love the style. If it was a different color palette, I would probably not hesitate at all. But for some reason, this color is just throwing me off. So I want to know what you guys think. And if I decide not to keep it, obviously, I'll just take it back to the thrift store or give it to a friend or something. It's not going to, like, go in the trash or anything. And it's nice to experiment sometimes, but I'm just not sure. So I'm going to keep wearing it, give it a good chance, see how I feel. But I want to know what you guys think as well. So next two things I bought. Oh wait, I bought this sweater too. This is a thrifted item. This was, I believe, $8. This was $6. It's just a simple, or maybe this was $8 too. I think it was $6 though. This was just a simple cotton sweater, oatmeal colored, typical Kelly sweater. I bought it because even though I have a lot of sweaters, I didn't bring very many warm items with me when we came to Tennessee, and it's already starting to cool off, and we're supposed to be here for at least the rest of this month. So poor planning on my part. Came here with just a carry-on size suitcase of clothes. My car was full of other stuff, but didn't bring very many clothing items. I brought sewing related things. So I bought this even though I have other sweaters because I figured it's not a bad thing to have. And even if I only wear it for one season, if it goes back to the thrift store and I take care of it, then it can go to someone else. So, although I doubt that because you always need more sweaters, right? It's like a law. I only wear big baggy sweaters in the winter. That's like, I don't wear anything cute. So, I mean, this is cute, but you know what I mean, okay? So, I was really excited about this, and it's really comfy, and I've already worn it a 10. That's all I need to say about that. I don't know why I keep talking. Next item. This is a awesome skirt. It's tiered, it's gauzy, it's gathered, it's comfortable, it's so cute. I'm absolutely in love with it. It was $6.99, and I've been looking for something like this for quite a while, and I actually found 3 skirts in this style that same day. The 2 other ones were white, and one of them was not my size. It was too big, and then the other one was see-through. So I'm really glad that this one worked out. It's probably one of my favorite things I've ever thrifted, and it is a very simple piece, like, overall. It's, like, solid color, neutral color, but I just love everything about it. It's amazing. And I haven't worn it yet, but I already know I'm going to a ton, and I'm just here for it. I think it'll transition well into fall as well, because even though it's very gauzy and flowy and, like, summery, I think with a sweater, it could still be worn really well with in the fall with, like, boots or booties, that kind of thing. So, man, I need to make a Pinterest board for, like, fall, winter clothing ideas, because, like I said, I really do live in, like, this and leggings. That's, like, all I wear in the winter. So I need to branch out a little bit more. Actually, wear my fall clothes. All the things. Let me know if you struggle with that too, because genuinely I want to know. I am so into fashion, but I don't know how to dress myself. So I want to know if you guys feel like you can relate to that, or if I'm just crazy, because I see, like, I pin a lot of fashion related things on Pinterest, and, like, I've literally gone to school for this, and I still don't know how to dress myself. What is that about? Okay, last clothing item. Hopefully I'll quit rambling so badly. This one is from Limited America, which I think is just the limited but vintage. Brand new with tags. There were 6 of these, all in the same size, all in the same color. I didn't see any more in any other sizes, just these. And I bought 2 of them because I'm going to do a thrift flip. So there are just midi length, or maybe maxi length, I don't remember, silk skirts, brown, simple, nice looking color, all of that. I have nothing to say about this other than I'm going to thrift flip it. I'm thinking some kind of wrap skirt, potentially with ruffles. I'm not sure, but I bought 2 so that I would have extra fabric in order to make the wrap design and all of that. So if you have any suggestions on this particularly, like if you're like, heck no, you should do this instead. I always want suggestions, clearly. I've asked you to give me suggestions like 15 times. I'm not trying to make you do my job for me. I'm just curious if you have any better ideas. That's all. Okay, that's all the clothing, too. Oh, these were $15.99 a piece, which I get is a lot, but brand new with tags, vintage, dead stock. And for silk fabric, can't complain. They are 100% silk, and they're beautiful. It's high quality. So I figured for that price, for the amount of fabric that you're getting out of a skirt like this, it's worth it. This vase. I love it. It needs some pampas grass coming out of it. It's very, like, earthy and neutral, which is my vibe. and it was $12. And I think if you were to buy something like this from an artist, it could be anywhere from like $50 to like $250. It just depends. And so getting this for $12 was like a total steal in my book, and I'm really excited about it. I cannot wait to style it, and I just think it's beautiful. And even though it's really big and it's going to be hard to fit in my car on the way back home, it's going to find its place because I absolutely love it. I also thrifted 2 brass items. Actually 3 brass items technically. I got this little container that has some cute designs on it. It was $2.99, and I've seen a brand that makes candles that has used some containers like this, and they're so cute, and I wanted to buy one. They're a little outside of my price range, but they have some amazing, amazing ones. So I will link them below if I can figure out what their shop name was. I think I follow them, but I don't like see them on my feed very often, so I don't know how hard it'll be to find them. But I will link them because their stuff is awesome and they have really good reviews. They're just a little bit outside of my personal price range. But if I ever get to a point where like I could invest in one of their candles, I think I would, because I love to support brands like that. And I thought I might DIY a candle for now since I can't afford theirs. But like I said, in the future, I would love to support them once it's more attainable for me. But for now, I think this would be a fun DIY. Maybe I'll make a video about that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some thrift flips for home decor too. The next thing is this brass bowl, and I'm going to put a plant in it. It was $3.99. Picture this with a plant. Beautiful. Okay, that's all. There's nothing else to say about it. I also got a brass candle holder, and this one has a very distinct purpose. It was $6.99, and I bought it to use for Dungeons & Dragons. Will and I love to host D&D at our apartment. We haven't done it in a long time, at all this year, I don't think. I think our last session may have been Halloween last year, so it's been almost a year, which is kind of heartbreaking. But last Halloween, we did a candlelight D&D session, because it was a Halloween themed, like a horror themed D&D session, which I don't know how many times I'm going to say session, but it was really fun. I loved doing it by candlelight, and I loved that we like set the mood for the whole thing, because not only was it horror themed, but we also made themed food. So it was just so fun, and I want to do it again. So I bought this because at the time we didn't have like very many candle holders. We had a couple that we thrifted, and then we borrowed some from Will's family. That's the end of that. D&D, beautiful. Also, just any other time I'd want to host and have candles, I think it would be beautiful for that too. I just don't host very often, so D&D was the first thing that came to mind. Okay, in the home stretch. To me, this looks like a mushroom. It's actually a little house, but I think it looks like a mushroom, like a little chubby one. So I bought this because I kind of have a weird obsession with mushrooms. And I never buy anything with mushrooms on them because I feel like it's just a lot. But, like, it's a very kitschy 70s vintage thing, and I love it. But I also try to respect the fact that I live with another human, and it's not his favorite decor moment. But I thought that this was really cute because it still gives that vibe. It's still like a little chubby mushroom, but less, you know? That's all. I love it. I think it's adorable. So the last thing I got is for an upcoming video. I'm doing an attic makeover in my parents' space. So if you like room makeover videos, stick around. Keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a good one, I think. It's the first type of video like this that I've done. So I'm having a bit of a hard time like capturing everything I want to get. But bear with me. I think it'll be really good. So we had to buy a mirror for the space, and we picked up this one. It's going with that vanity over there that you can see. And I love these simple, like, etched floral details, and the fact that it's actually meant to hang this way, but we're going to be putting it horizontally so that it fits in the space well, because the attic ceiling is not straight. It's like a slanted ceiling, so we needed something small enough to fit in that space. And this was an awesome find. We got it at an antique mall. My mom actually purchased it, and it was originally $15, and we got it half off, so it's only $7.50, which I think is awesome. And I think it'll complement that vanity really well. I almost forgot to show you guys that I also got this teal leather chair. It's super big and comfy. It was only $30, and I'm really excited about it because it's definitely a bold choice, but I think it'll go really well in this attic makeover that I'm doing, especially since everything else is going to be pretty neutral. And then this bag was $8.99, and I just thrifted it, since starting this video, and it's looking super red right now, but it's so cute and I really like it. It's the perfect size just to hold the essentials, and so I was stoked to find this baby. Alright guys, that's all of the items. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think below about all of the questions I asked if you'd like to. And I don't normally say this, but if you like thrift hauls, you like sewing related content, DIYs, thrift flips, all of that kind of thing, please consider subscribing, giving this video a like, commenting, answering my questions. I ask those because I genuinely want to know, but commenting also does help get this video out to other people. And so I would really appreciate that if you would like to. And I hope that this video encouraged you to go check out your local thrift store if you're able to, if you feel safe enough doing that right now. I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.